Morning guys, Russ here from Wilson Land and Cattle Company. Today we're moving the cows. It's the coldest day of the year. I haven't checked the water yet to see if it's froze up, which it shouldn't be. If the overflow valve's working as it should. And we'll see the cows grazing here a little bit in snow. So it's definitely getting colder out. Let's get these girls moved and we'll take a look at some things. We're going to move up to this hydrant, putting a back fence on them. If you watch Toby, she'll swing around behind him here. She's getting figured out how to move cows. Soil's a little tight this morning. Got to move there. We're going to move the water tank ahead to this hydrant here. There's a section in along here they really like. Whenever we put the water line in, we had to dig a ditch all the way along here. Whenever we reseeded it, there is improved species of grasses in here that they like a lot better. See the snow's laying on their back, which is good. That's what we like to see. And we have cows clear down there at the other side, where in the summertime they chewed some of the grass up, and I reseeded it down there, so they're down there grazing that grass off first. They're grazing still out here. Let's go over and take a look. We moved the windbreaks in on them last night. It was pretty windy, so we brought the windbreaks in. They used them last night, and this is what we're leaving behind here. There's a lot of forage yet. I don't know if you can hear that wind in the camera. As soon as we walk in behind these windbreaks, that wind's going to disappear. See, that little bit of wind just completely disappeared as soon as we walked in behind these windbreaks. The wind's coming from the west today. Usually it comes out of the southwest down here, and that's why we kind of pull when I'm using 2 windbreaks, I pull them in a V pattern. If I'm using 3 windbreaks, I'll pull it in a C pattern. You can see here the cow beds where everybody laid last night. They just kind of tucked in behind these windbreaks, and they deposited their manure out here. And if I would have given them the choice, they would have been in those trees, taking these nutrients out of the field into the trees. Now, yeah, it's a little bit concentrated here, but that's okay. We're going to move the windbreaks later this afternoon, probably. See what the wind's going to be like. If the wind isn't too bad, we'll leave the windbreaks set here because we have the woods there, which will act as windbreak as well. So that's how we'll do that. Let's head over, grab the water tank. We'll move it ahead. Hopefully it's not froze up, which shouldn't be. I haven't had any problems with water tank freezing up down to this temperature. It's 8 degrees out, feels like -2. It's the coldest day of the year for us. Still not that bad, really. I'm good down to about 0. I can dress down to about 0, and then you really have to put layers on it. You can't really get nothing done because you got so many clothes on. Scout, he's mousing this morning. I see the overflow pipe froze up on the water tank last night, which is pretty common in this temperature. I'm okay with that. We'll go ahead. Yeah, it's on hot, I think. See here, but yeah, it's on hot. We'll go ahead. There's just a crust on top, and the cows have drunk it down about 4 inches this morning already. We'll go ahead and unhook it and move it ahead. I hate moving it when it's this cold, but I don't want them in this section anymore to concentrate the nutrients. Soils are froze down a little bit this morning. A little hard sticking post, but I'm going to show you what we do to offset that problem. For being as cold as it is, not using my insulated tank yet. It's pretty darn good. See, the overflow froze up, but that's pretty common for this temperature. I have a hard time keeping the overflow from not freezing. Leave the hydrant run a little bit here, filling that tank back up. Get some heat in there so it doesn't freeze down or freeze up whenever the water starts flowing out of the hydrant. Hear that sucking there? That means that water's draining down out of that pipe down below freezing. Go ahead and get this hooked up, insulated. Tried cam lock fittings one time on these hydrants, but they seem to want to leak if there was a little bit of pressure off to the side of them. So I kind of quit using them. Want to check our overflow, make sure it's doing its thing. See it flowing there. Like to see a little wee bit more. Yep. So let's go ahead and get this insulated. Carry a bucket of bits and pieces because every hydrant's a different length coming out of the ground. Now what I wanted to show you with these step-in posts is if you're having problems getting your posts in frozen ground, one thing that really helps is take your end, stick it in a hole and bend it out maybe 1/4 to 1/2 inch. See how that's straight? Put a little bit of a bend on it. Like that. And those posts will stick in the ground a lot easier. I'll show you here. This white one is a straight post. It's straight. Went in fairly decent, I guess. The blue one went in a lot easier. Guess I should have brought my time-lapse camera this morning. I forgot about that. Oh well. I'll put a time-lapse in the next grazing video. There's a mouse nest. Where's Scout's at? He's probably laying here someplace. There he is. The girl's liking that grass, huh? There's a lot more there than what it looks like. Because it's laying flat underneath the snow. Probably should check that calf that fell through the ice the other day. Where's old Frosty at? There he is. He looks a lot better today. That's him right there. One thing I want to point out, it is really cold here today. And not one of these animals is hunched up and shivering. So that there's Knucklehead. A329, that's Knucklehead. Here's one, she found some good stuff. Some clover in this field. There's canary grass, fescue clover are the primary species. That's a red clover plant there. Just think all the seed that thing has dropped back in onto the soil because it went mature when it was growing in the stockpile. Okay guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video, found that useful. Please subscribe, like, comment, share with a friend. Hit that notification bell. We'd really appreciate it. We'll talk to you later. Have a wonderful day.